The Cleveland Browns are about to face a challenge that could define the trajectory of their season, and it's not just another game on the schedule. It's a clash of extremes, the league's most dominant defense facing one of the most explosive offenses in American football. But the real story? It's what's happening beneath the surface. There's a narrative brewing inside the Browns locker room that could change expectations across the NFL, and it starts with two rookies quietly rewriting the script. Follow me and I'll tell you all about it. But first, hit the like button and tell me, who will stand out in this matchup against the Lions? I want to hear your opinion. The Cleveland Browns are set for a Week 4 showdown against the Detroit Lions, and there's a lot riding on this one after a heart-pounding comeback win over the Green Bay Packers. While fans are still buzzing from that fourth-quarter surge, the Browns have little time to bask in the glory. It's time to gear up for one of the most anticipated matchups of the early season. This isn't just another game. It's a collision between one of the NFL's most dominant defenses and arguably the league's most explosive offense. Buckle up. The Lions come into this one fresh off a Monday Night Football appearance, which could be Cleveland's first silent advantage. With Detroit traveling and working off a short week, there's always the possibility of a little fatigue or less preparation time. And we'll take every edge we can get, because this isn't just a game, it's a statement opportunity. But if Cleveland is going to pull off another upset, we all know where it starts, with number 95. Myles Garrett is playing football on a different planet right now. Let's not sugarcoat it. He's not just the best defensive player in the league. He might be the best player, period. The analytics back it up, the film screams it, and every offensive line coach in the league is losing sleep trying to stop it. According to the data, no edge rusher is double-teamed more than Garrett, and yet no one is winning more one-on-one battles either. It's a statistical outlier, a unicorn in cleats. Garrett is second in the NFL in pass rush win rate and already has 4 sacks through 3 weeks, while being chipped, doubled, and sometimes even tripled on nearly every snap. Packers tried it. It didn't work. He leads the league in tackles for loss with 7. That's not just elite, that's historic. Garrett is currently sitting at 106.5 career sacks and is just 2 away from surpassing Reggie White for the most sacks ever before turning 30. His birthday is in December. It's going to happen. And when it does, we'll be watching history made in orange and brown. Even Browns legend Joe Thomas, arguably the best left tackle of his era, chimed in this week saying, Myles Garrett is the most impactful non-quarterback in the history of football. That's not fan hype. That's a Hall of Famer recognizing greatness in real time. But Garrett isn't doing it alone. This entire Cleveland defense has been nothing short of dominant. Through 3 weeks, they're ranked first in the NFL in total defense, allowing just 204.3 yards per game. They're third in sacks with 11 and first in tackles for loss. Oh, and they have the league's best run defense, just 57.3 rushing yards allowed per game. That's not a defense playing well. That's a defense crushing spirits. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur even admitted he underestimated how physical and disruptive Cleveland's front seven is. That's a rare confession from a head coach, and an embarrassing one. Star running backs have been routinely shut down. Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs, all top-tier backs, averaged just 2.0, 2.1, and 1.9 yards per carry against this unit. Only Brown even sniffed the end zone. So, if you're expecting Detroit's rushing attack to dominate like it did against Baltimore, think again. Cleveland's run defense isn't just good. It's game-wrecking. And while Jahmyr Gibbs may get some work in the passing game, don't expect much from the Lions' ground game on Sunday. They're going to have to rely on Jared Goff's arm to win this one. And that's where things get tricky, because when Goff is pressured, and you better believe Garrett and this defensive line are going to bring the heat, the cracks can start to show. Now, as elite as the defense has been, the Browns' offense is another story. It's been inconsistent, ineffective, and frustrating at times, especially in the passing game. They're calling the highest percentage of pass plays in the league, 67.5%, but getting the worst production out of them. Just 5 yards per pass, dead last in the NFL. Joe Flacco has already thrown 4 picks, and they're near the bottom in completion percentage. It's not a good formula, especially when the offensive line has looked shaky at best. And the Lions? They just sacked Lamar Jackson 7 times. That's Lamar Jackson, arguably the hardest QB to bring down in the league. If Flacco can't get protection, and if the receivers keep dropping passes like they did in weeks 1 and 2, this could get ugly fast. We're not talking shootout territory, we're talking survival. If this turns into another 13-10 grinder, no one should be surprised. But here's the glimmer of hope, the rookies. Harold Fannin Jr. and Quinton Judkins have been electric. Fannin leads all rookies with 15 receptions through 3 weeks, ahead of big-name guys like Ted McMillan and Kamika Ibuka. He led the NCAA in catches last year, and he's showing that same production in the pros. A true slot machine. And then there's Judkins. This dude might be the steal of the draft. In just 2 games, he's racked up 155 rushing yards, averaging an eye-popping 5.5 yards per carry. That's Nick Chubb territory. He also scored the team's only touchdown against Green Bay and leads all rookie RBs in rushing yards. He's forcing missed tackles. He's explosive through the gap. He's everything you want in a feature back. It's not hyperbole to say this might be Chubb 2.0. So here's the setup: elite defense, breakout rookies, a struggling pass game, and a massive test on the road. It's strength versus strength when Detroit's top-tier offense meets Cleveland's iron wall. The question isn't whether the Browns can win. It's whether the offense can do enough to let the defense carry them to another victory. So Browns fans, what do you think? Can the defense carry this team past the high-powered Lions offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's pick up right where we left off. Because while Cleveland's defense is the real deal, top-ranked across multiple categories and flat-out terrifying for opposing offenses, this game is going to be defined by whether or not the Browns offense can stop shooting itself in the foot. If the offensive line can give Flacco just a little more time, and if the wide receivers can stop dropping catchable balls, then there's a real shot to move the chains consistently. But the margin for error is razor thin. Aiden Hutchinson and that Lions defensive front aren't going to make it easy. Remember, this is a unit that got to Lamar Jackson 7 times. Flacco doesn't have that kind of escapability, which makes pocket presence and protection even more crucial. Still, you can't ignore the energy these young guys bring. Quinton Judkins has been a revelation. He's not just putting up numbers, he's creating momentum. Every time he touches the ball, it feels like something big could happen. That's the kind of spark this offense desperately needs. And don't underestimate what Harold Fannin Jr. is doing either. For a rookie to lead all first-year players in receptions, and to do it in a system that's been as inconsistent as Cleveland's, speaks volumes. He's creating separation, finding space, and proving to be a reliable safety net for Flacco. The kid just gets open. This game has the potential to become the kind of gritty, defensive slugfest that Cleveland thrives in. If the defense can hold Detroit under 20, which is no small feat considering they just hung nearly 40 on Baltimore, the Browns will have a real shot. But that only matters if the offense can score when it counts. So I'll ask again, can this Browns offense do just enough to support the league's best defense? Let me know in the comments what your gut says. Do we have what it takes to stop Detroit and keep the momentum rolling? Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay informed. Go Browns!